Most Tuesdays, I run a very slow 5K. Before I begin, I'm not sure I can do it. When I finish, I feel grateful and a little surprised. Not because I haven't done it before, I've done it many times, but because I'm 69 years old now and I've started to understand that nothing my body can do should be taken entirely for granted. I have bunions, I have scoliosis, my hips and back have opinions of their own. Usually, something hurts. Sometimes I have to adjust. Sometimes I have to rest. And sometimes during the run, I have to remind myself, I feel good right at this moment. I know I can go another quarter of a mile. I know that the body I have today will not always be the body I have. So when I finish another 5K, I don't think, of course I did. I think, thank you. I might lose my vitality someday, but not today. I've been thinking about that sentence a lot lately, and I've been wondering what I actually mean by the word vitality. I don't think I mean fitness. I know I don't mean youth. I certainly don't mean trying to stop myself from aging. When I think about vitality, I think about waking up and looking forward to the day. I think about the difference between I have to and I want to. I want to get out of bed. I want to meditate. I want to go outside. I want to move my body. I want to make something. I want to learn something. I want to see what this day holds. For me, vitality feels like momentum. Not necessarily toward a goal, just toward life. Most mornings before the day has really begun, I meditate. And then I go outside. Sometimes I walk. Sometimes I run. Sometimes I ride my bike. But the movement itself is only part of what I love. I love the beginning of the day, the quiet, the sky, the birds, the fragrance in the air, the feeling of the air against my skin. I listen to kirtan. I send metta, loving kindness, to each person in my family. I picture them thriving. I think about friends who may be struggling. And somewhere in all of that, I feel gratefully alive. I'm not out there because a watch told me to exercise. I'm not trying to win anything. I'm not even particularly interested in getting faster. I'm out there because I feel thankful to participate in another morning. And perhaps that's what vitality means to me now. Participation, showing up for the life that is here. I haven't always thought about it this way. For much of my life, I was ambitious. I worked hard, sometimes extraordinarily hard. There were periods when I worked 80 or even 100 hours a week. I was good at striving, good at setting goals, good at looking toward whatever came next. And ambition served me well. But something has changed. I still create. I still learn. I still begin new projects. I still challenge my body. I still have ideas, lots of ideas. But I don't feel the same need to get somewhere. I practice santosha, the yogic practice of contentment. And here's a little secret. I think practicing contentment has actually made me less ambitious. The interesting thing is, I don't miss that feeling of ambition. I don't feel less alive. In many ways, I feel more alive. Because vitality and ambition, I've discovered, are not the same thing. I can paint without needing to build a bigger art career. I can run without racing. I can play piano without performing. I can make something simply because I want to see what happens. I can learn because I'm curious. I can create because creating feels like being alive. Twice a day in meditation, I ask myself 4 questions. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? What am I grateful for? And lately, the answer to one of those questions has become remarkably simple. What do I want? This that I already have. This feeling. This daily joy. This creative vitality. This gratitude. I want this. I want this. I want to continue being available to my own life. That doesn't mean I believe life will always be easy. It won't. It hasn't been. And I don't believe in relentless positivity. Sometimes life hurts. Sometimes we lose things. Sometimes our bodies change in ways we don't like. Sometimes we are frightened or angry or grieving. A full life includes all of it. But I've noticed that gratitude gives me somewhere to stand. It doesn't erase what's difficult. It simply reminds me that the difficult thing is not always the whole of life. Something can be hard, and something else can also be true. I can be disappointed and grateful. I can have limitations and feel capable. I can know that my body is aging and love what it can still do today. Maybe that's part of what I mean when I talk about protecting vitality. Not protecting myself from change, not preserving this exact version of myself forever. I can't do that. None of us can. Maybe it's about protecting my willingness to remain engaged, my curiosity, my capacity for wonder, my desire to participate, my ability to notice, my willingness to keep showing up. At 69, showing up sometimes looks like a slow Tuesday 5K. 20 years from now, if I'm fortunate enough to be here, it might look entirely different. I hope it does. I hope the woman I am at 89 isn't measuring herself against the woman speaking these words today. I hope she's asking a kinder question. Not, can I still do what I did at 69, but what is available to me today? What can I still notice? What can I still love? What can I still learn? What can I still create? How can I still participate in this life? Maybe vitality isn't the ability to keep doing the same things forever. Maybe it's the willingness to keep finding new ways to be fully alive. I don't know what the next 20 years will bring. I know there will be changes. There will be losses. There may be things I can do today that one day become impossible. But today, I can move. I can learn. I can create. I can love. I can notice the sky. I can listen to the birds. I can step outside into the morning air and feel grateful that I am here to experience it. And today, that is enough. I might lose my vitality someday, but not today. And perhaps 20 years from now, the woman I am becoming will hear these words, smile and say, not today either.